Hi, Georgia. As you know, I wanted to have a chat with you about a new client, Corey, who is an 8-year-old boy presenting with distress from feelings of anxiety relating to perfectionism, fear of failure, and this is triggered by homework and social tasks. So my short-term goal for Corey is to improve homework and gain some time management skills, reduce distress related to having to do those tasks at home and at school, and provide some psychoeducation. A long-term goal would be for Corey to have insight into the feelings that he has, so the anxiety, the fear of failure and perfectionism, and to be able to use this strategies that we come up with together to manage those feelings and minimize associated distress. So the modality I'm thinking about using is CBT. The focus for next session, like I mentioned, will be around psychoeducation into understanding the feelings he's having and the thoughts that are leading to those feelings. So really landing that BC connection, to develop a homework plan with Corey, and to find some strategies to address those feelings, and build a toolbox with Corey so that he can pull lots of different strategies to be able to manage those feelings around distress, so the anxiety and the perfectionism and fear of failure. I'm hoping that by giving him these tools and demonstrating to him how to use them, when to use them, and why to use them, we'll have a really good chance of success. So the reason I've chosen CBT as the modality is obviously it's really well researched and been proven to be very effective in the treating of things like anxiety and perfectionism and fear of failure and those relating to stressful feelings. And it's also been shown to be effective in success when working with children. So it also has lots of strategies that can be adapted into various different things and to be age appropriate, and they're also fun, which means that Corey's more likely to engage with them and practice them and do them. This will obviously increase the likelihood of Corey having success in that area. They'll be easy for Corey to understand as well, and him getting that sense of mastery will also benefit with some of the presenting concerns around, that perfectionism and fear of failure. They're flexible and account for kids on various different levels, so academic ability, cognitive ability, that sort of a thing. So they're very accessible for his age group, and I'm able to be able to incorporate teachers and parents fairly easy into the treatment plan as well. So possible process issues that might crop up for me as a clinician and for Corey are initially Corey might be reluctant and resistant to engage given his presentation. That's possible that could occur. So I need to be mindful of that, and that's why I'm choosing to use CBT and strategies that are fun and easy to accomplish to get that sense of mastery so that he is more likely to engage. Being able to communicate effectively, so making sure that I use appropriate language and to communicate to Corey and to his teachers and also to his parents. Being able to set realistic goals, I guess given his age, that could be a problem. So just making sure that they are really specific, age appropriate, and goals that he can achieve easily. So expectations of parents could be an issue. They may have expectations of Corey being really, really, good at school because they've all been good at school given their backgrounds, and that just might not be the case. So that could be a problem for both Corey with his feelings of, doubt around his ability, and also with the parents and getting them on board if potentially it is something that he isn't, academic. Problems with me being the clinician is just making sure that I do make things appropriate, leaving any biases that I may have at the door from previous clients, or even my own expectations of Corey, given that I know that his parents are quite educated. My limitations with working with children, so making sure I seek help or further information or training around areas that I might not be feeling very confident in myself, making sure that my room's appropriate, that the environment's appropriate. So, not having something very clinical, I need to make sure that I address that as well. So I just want to run a step-by-step plan that I have for next session with you, Georgia, if that's okay. So after initial check-in, I really want to start getting into that psychoeducation. So really making sure that Corey understands that it's not the event or the situation that's causing him to feel the distress, that it is actually the thoughts that he has around that situation that fuel the feelings, and then subsequent behaviour of avoiding tasks, or withdrawing or avoiding the task. So really lots of psychoeducation that's age appropriate around that BC connection, and understanding that. I want to explore the behaviours, so the avoiding behaviours and the withdrawal behaviours, and why perhaps maybe those are occurring. So to do that, I'm wanting to use lots of varying activities, so exploring things like good worry versus bad worry, and getting to know your worry, and that sort of a thing. So they're really engaging and fun for a sort of 8-year-old level. I'm also wanting to develop some time management skills with Corey. So I thought it would be great if we could come up with a bit of a calendar and a bit of a diary together, using lots of colours and pictures, and perhaps developing a reward system for him completing tasks with teachers and parents. So coming up with some fun ideas that he has autonomy over himself, and that way I'm hoping I get a lot more buy-in. To manage the overwhelming feelings, I'm wanting to get some strategies in place for Corey. So CBT is great in the sense that I can pull from some mindfulness things, some grounding techniques, and using those to help recognize when he's starting to climb or what his triggers are, and then bringing them in to regulate his feelings back down. So once we pull all of those strategies together and have a bit of a toolkit made up, I'm going to give Corey some homework to really practice those strategies when he's starting to feel those feelings, to recognize what his triggers might be, and to also provide that to the parents and the teachers so that they can start working with that as well. So that'll be his homework. So yeah, that's basically my plan, to do some psychoeducation, explore where the feelings are coming from and what's causing those feelings, so his thoughts, and then really working on strategies to address those feelings and creating that toolkit, and getting parents and teachers on board with that. So yeah, if you could just give me some feedback, Georgia, about what you think, that would be great. Thank you.